Yeah, party people, you know what it is. Your boy Hakeem Green, Channel Live and Direct, BDP, all day, every day. All we do is spark madism. About to set it off. What up, Mo? What's up, bro?
I don't know why. When you click on the link, it says you are entering a broadcast studio, and below that it has the blue button for allow mic and webcam access. I pressed it, and it's like taking forever to like open up.
To load up.
I did it like 3 times.
All right, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send it to your email.
Yeah.
What's your email address? Hold on.
Just send it directly to me in a text.
I'm not using my phone to do that. I have to do it from the computer.
Okay then. All right.
So what's your email?
EASY.
Got you. Mo Records at Gmail. Yeah. All right, so I just sent you the link to your email. You should be able to access it through there.
Okay.
All right. See, y'all heard what's going down. That was Easy Mo B. He's trying to find his way into the Madism green room. The Madism green room, ladies and gentlemen. You know what goes on in the green room? A whole lot of green. You know what I mean? I like the green stuff, for the most part. I like chocolate too. I used to be a big, Jamaican chocolate fan back in the day when Brooklyn, Park Slope, Crown Heights, all that stuff was rocking with the weed spots. I used to cop my little quarter-ounce, half-ounce of chocolate before we head to the club, head to the tunnel and shit. And but when I got put on to the green, to the exotics, to the crystallizations of the whole shit of the night, you know what I mean? I just kept it there. So listen, we got Big D and Easy Mo B in the building, right? Let me bring them in right fast. So I can get them to run down, let them know what we're doing. Peace to the God, peace to the God, peace to the God.
There we go. Peace, yo.
What's up? We got
peace.
We got Big D from Harlem.
What's good, bro? What's good with you, bro?
And we got the legendary Easy Mo B. So what I'm gonna need you guys to do, you guys using your phones, right?
Yeah.
Say that again.
You guys are using your phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Turn your phone panoramic so I get the whole. So we
like that.
Yeah, turn it sideways so we get the.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, it's a better look if we do it like that. Nah, it didn't flip.
How's that?
I mean, it's the same. Y'all got it horizontal?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
Damn, that's
I just
weird.
flipped it.
It didn't flip, but hey, we got to do it the Brady Bunch style. That's all.
I just flipped it. I'm a bit bigger now and up face up front.
All right.
That's how you want it, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you, Ma. I got the wife is hooking me up, setting me right. So how I do is I play a video just to give me some time to invite people to the building, invite people to the show. So I'm gonna take that time. I'm gonna throw up a video right fast, 4 minutes long, and basically send the signal out so people could hop on this on the stream and view it, and we can get a nice solid audience in the building. So with that said, I'm gonna throw up a song, and in the meantime, I'm gonna be sending out these invitations to join this conversation. We got Big D and Easy Mo B, two legendary real hip hop cats in the building, and we're gonna get into the entire history when we come back after we rock something fresh. Right.
No KRS-One said, Hawk, you wanna get down with BDP? You gotta take this test. You know what I mean? I was ready. Here go. Make some from nothing by uttering the word. Niggas don't get it? I must be stuttering from the herb. Y'all be cluttering in the burbs. Hovering with nerds. I'm trying to build shelter from the oncoming purge. Donald Trump is tripping. I'm trying to stave the surge. Do it for the bricks. With French and laughing market merge. Get my brothers out the county. See the city reemerge. I'm trying to keep it straight. My people living on the curb. Motherfucker got to nerve. Must not have heard. I'm tired of the pimps pushing fiends in the pervs. Fire with the bars, metaphors and the verbs. I wanna see him go to college, not make them whores on the curb. So disturbed, so stay high as a bird. Niggas want this smoke, hit me up, you'll get served. I'm sick with technique, I'm ill with the maneuver. DJs want my effect like they were straight out the sewer. I talk, I'm a doer. Find me in the viewer. I'm so underground, you're just the Barbie in the sewer. I'm a grown man in this young world, I feel like I'm Rick the Ruler. I'm trying to get all these bars, but I'm not Robert Mueller. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. I'm DMC to quickly blaze them with a run. Pressure on y'all, shrivel up, raising in the sun. I can blaze you with the gun, rather raise you like the one. In the hood y'all sweat it out, but I remain a champion. Smoky like the bear, bring fire to your camp. When I light up the air like wires in a lamp. Coke in your ear, hear the fire and get amped. I got that choke, keeping near, always fire when I champ. My flow absolute style classic, got the proof. 0 to 100, know the ledge like the roof. Make them disappear out of thin air, they go poof. Facts come and go, Hakeem remains the truth. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail. I drop jewels. Science, mathematics, language arts, social studies, lyrical gymnastics, style, charismatic, pragmatic with the sin struck. Smile is aromatic, fanatic with the ism structure. Back to the subject, how I school MCs. I get checks off the blue cheese. UMCs, they used to call me powder, then I blew UNC. Taking y'all back to school like fools in truancy. I rock with the teacher like the board education. Funk doc with the reefer, got a script for medication. Get A's for dedication on my way to graduation. Hand in hand like diplomas rolled up. Congratulations. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail.
Ha! You want to get down with BDP? You got to take this test, nigga.
Keep that. Yes, sir. That is Took a Test by Hakeem Green, produced by Ron Amin-Ra Lawrence. And that's on the upcoming Aubrey album that's going to drop real soon. But today on Madism TV, we are sitting with two of my favorite people from the culture. I say from the culture because that's what it's really all about. The music industry is one thing, music corporate, that's one thing. And both these brothers have, surely made their mark in that sense. But, when we talk about the culture and having impact from a cultural standpoint, these two brothers have definitely made their mark. Big D, Easy Mo B, say peace.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
Yes, yeah.
Yo, could I say something?
Please.
Because I was sitting here and I was looking at the video, right?
Okay.
And I was just thinking, and I known you a long time. Going all the way back to like the 90s. You as an artist with your group Channel Live. And also too, the remix that I did for y'all.
Reprogram.
I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the video, and I'm thinking not just you, but me, and also in D2. I think we need to give ourselves a pat on the back and some applause for coming a long way. I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the video, and I'm like, Hop got a bald head like me.
Word. The pivot. Got the
bro,
pivot.
we came a long way from dreads. At least you
Uh-huh.
have
Yeah,
from
yeah. Uh-huh.
to afros to flat
Afros.
tops,
Uh-huh.
and we still here today, and you still doing your thing strong. You got upcoming, forthcoming music. Yo, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Just
it's
want
a
to say the journey, it never stops. It
no.
continues, man.
Yo, first of all, that's salute to you, Mo, because you know I caught on the riff early. Now I don't want to jump steps. I want to get to that in order. But
Hmm.
but to your point, like I've been following both you guys for like a long time. You know,
Hmm.
D, like bro, I was seeing you at Studio 54, and I wasn't a rapper yet. I was in the dance circles doing my dance, my one step. You know what I mean? But it was certain people that kind of move the crowd without having to rhyme or dance or do any of that stuff. And Big D was one of those folks. And this is like 1988, Studio 54, what have you. So, Big D, I kind of want you to give the audience you just your history, where you from, where you represent, just the early, who are you? Let the people know who you are.
Well, first and foremost, I go by the name of Big D. I started out in the rap game. My cousin Cool Keith from Ultramagnetic brought me into the group back in 1988 as a hype man,
Hmm.
and I was a street dude. I wasn't. I never wanted to be a rap dude. Like I was a street dude coming from Harlem, born and raised in Harlem, New York. You know what I mean? Like I ran with some real certified official cats. Like born and raised. I was raised by dudes like Gangsta Lou from Mob Style, my big bro Pretty Tone Capone from Mob Style, my big brother Unique from Mecca Audio Club 2G. So I grew up a street cat, man. So I never really wanted to do the rap thing, but my cousin Cool Keith,
Legend.
he didn't want to see me go to jail, so he persuaded me to start doing the hip hop thing, and he brought me in as a hype man, ultra, and it
Hmm.
was a blessing, man. And I got to see, go around the world, man. So it was an honor and a blessing, man. But I was still stuck in my street ways in the clubs, doing what I do, robbing niggas, sticking niggas up as a
Uh-huh.
young cat. You know what I mean? I was a wild knucklehead back then.
Facts. I can attest to that. Like, I used to just, like I said, watch the movement. Me being from Jersey, I was in a dance club. I was a little nerdy cat, whatever. But I was just enjoying the culture for the artistic side of it. And you saw, I said, certain folks move the crowd. You was one of them folks. Y'all roll deep. And I'm not really knowing who's who, what's what. I'm not really, Uptown Bronx is, I'm not really knowing. But you see certain individuals throughout the years that just stand out more so how they rolled than anything else. And that you was one of those one of those cats, D. Like, don't fuck with Big D. That's for real.
Yeah,
So
I demanded respect at a young age, man, as a young
yeah,
wild knucklehead, man.
yeah. Now you talk about ultramagnetic MCs, which fucking legendary, just a foundational part of hip hop culture. When you talk about MCs and lyrics and creating that boom bap sound, being around all that, but then you have a relationship with a lot of different legends. D, why don't you talk about some of the other folks that you've worked with throughout the years?
I also came up under the Gangstar family.
Hmm.
Rest in peace to my big bro Guru. Know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Rest in peace, legend.
Hmm.
I was around him and Primo at a young age.
Hmm.
And Guru always tried to keep me on the right page, because he seen I was a little wild young knucklehead. So, he tried to steer me in the right direction. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? I also had a great opportunity to travel around with the God MC Rakim Allah,
Hmm.
you know what I mean, and see, you know, parts of the world again. So I was fortunate, man. I've been around the world, man, more than a lot of these dudes that's in the game right now, man. And I was fortunate, and it was a blessing, man.
Yeah. Now you say you a street dude. Let's talk about like how you balance the street with with the music, or balance the street with this other side of life that it's street is the street, and the street is merciless. The street is unforgiving. So how do you navigate the street like that? A lot of the folks that we know dominant in the street, like dominant in the street in the 80s and the 90s, they're not here no more.
I mean, it was a hard thing, you know what I mean? It was kind of hard because even with me being in the music industry, I still, I wanted that street fame, man. You know what I mean? As a young cat, man. So, I was in the streets doing what I did, you know what I mean? And my cousin and them, they basically couldn't really tame me because I was a hothead. So, I was with Ultra, with Gangstar, and the streets was calling me, man, living the wild life, man. And I ended up going to prison. And then when I came home out of prison, you know, I tried to do the music game again, getting back with Ultra. We tried to do something, it didn't work out. So I kind of went back into what I know. And then me and Mo B bum heads, and once me and Mo got together, it's basically been him and my wife, man. I gotta thank them, man, because between Mo and my wife, like, they really made me. And when I say this with honor because, like I said, it wasn't too many people that was able to tame me and keep me calm. But somehow my wife and Mo B, they strayed me the right way, man, and made me focus more on the business and music. And that's why I'm fortunate today and successful today to being a black owner of many businesses because of Moby and my wife, because I had her on one shoulder and I had Moby on the other shoulder. Whenever I was, I caught myself straightened back to the old me. Mo was on one shoulder, my wife on the other shoulder. Like, nah, that ain't the way to go, man. And them two, like, they really stood up to me, like, and listen, man, we ain't doing that. Like, just that ain't what we doing. Like, and it was real because I remember one time Mo looked at me, right? Me and Mo was together, and we was talking about something, and out of nowhere, yo, we was laughing, having a good time, and Mo looked at me. He said, "Yo, D, you know I ain't scared of you, right?" And yo, I just bust out laughing, and I'm like, I said, "Yo, bro, why would you say that? Like, I don't expect you to be." And he said,
Well,
"Nah." He said,
part of the reason why I said that is because, if you got a reputation that precedes you pertaining to what you're describing, street related and this and that, you have to really question, the identity and the whole reason of all of the people that's around you. A lot of the people that may be around you, maybe because they want something. You know the expression, would you rather be loved? Well, this is the real order in the question. Would you rather be feared or would you rather be loved? So, in response to, like, well, related to that question, we got to really question the people that are around us. Why are they there? Are you there because you're a yes man? Are you really a friend? People that are in your life are supposed to add on to. Okay, they're supposed to help you and better you in any kind of way when they're in your presence and they're around you. If they're not doing that, then they shouldn't be around you. And long story short, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I understand. D, I understood your history. Okay, know where you come from and everything. And regardless of all of the people that was around you, I just wanted to let you know I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. I'm here to help you. I'm here to tell you, regardless of whoever else is around you, when you get ready to do this, do wrong, or do something that's gonna, destroy you and take you down. I'm that one that's there in the room that's pulling you to the side saying, nah, don't do that. that ain't right. That ain't good for you. That's not gonna bring a good outcome. And I think that's the reason. That's one of the things that kind of made us get closer, even beyond the music, is because see, I see all people the same. First of all, that's the way God created us.
That's
You know what
right.
I mean? So my purpose of coming around you, if anything, is to add on and try to make you better. If I see something, I'll call it out. Matter of fact, that might be one of the qualities about me over the years that people don't like, because if it's something that I don't like or I think needs to be called upon, I'll say something about it. And it doesn't really matter if it offend you. You know what I mean? I'll speak on it and I'll say something about it. So I guess I was coming from that angle when I told you that, D. But it's all good because, like I said, everybody that's in your life is supposed to add on to you and not subtract.
Can I answer?
Moreover, for that matter, like I said earlier, you got to really, really question the people that's around you. Who's in your life?
Yeah.
Why are they there? What's their purpose? If they're not adding on to and they're taking away or dividing, we're doing multiplication here now. We're doing math.
That's right.
Then they need to go. So if I could be anything in his life, that's what I wanted to be. Out of everybody in the room, I wanted to be the one where, yeah, I know about your reputation, but when I start seeing you doing this and that, go to the side like, yo, nah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's not good. Don't do that.
That's right. Yeah.
And and look at them today.
CEO, Big D, the CEO.
Let me tell you, Mo is the only person like in my life besides my wife that if I do something wrong, he'll bark on me. Like, and I just sit there like the little brother and just look at and listen to him. Like, I'm like, you got it, bro.
No, I do want to answer Mo's question though. Is it better to be feared or loved?
Yeah, that's a heavy question, man.
Yeah, but it's an easy answer. Love, because you're not going to be feared forever.
Exactly. The ones that are around you that fear you, they're there and they do any and everything for you because they fear you.
Yeah.
What happens when they stop being afraid of you?
Yeah.
Now that's not love. Now you got enemy and you got hate. And just about anything is likely to happen. So the question being, would you rather be feared or loved? I think I'd rather be loved.
Yeah, I definitely
like look behind me. Y'all probably can't see it, but
we're not. We about to get into all that because you got that's a whole conversation behind you. By the way,
I want to show you something real quick.
That's a whole conversation.
I'll be on the Twitch, right, on weekends. You came in there last weekend, right?
Yep.
You see how I get down. My alter ego, I'll be spinning my house, my disco.
Love it. Jersey in the building.
What I call my TMS fam, they presented this to me.
Wow. Time machine. Love.
Now that ain't from people that fear you. That's out of love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't have to do that. And there's plenty more other examples of that in your life, Hop.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In all of our lives. So I think it's better to be loved than feared.
Yeah. D. So at what point did you decide to, pick up the mic and really and lock in with it though?
I really got serious with it after I came home. And I never forget when me and Ultra, when I came home, we was about to start working on a new Ultra album. And when things didn't go right, I basically gave up on hip hop and I was like, yo, I was done. So I remember one night, Brand Nubian and CL Smooth and Pete Rock had a show downtown at the Canal Room. And Pooba called me. Pooba said, yo, come through. I got you on the list. So I goes down. So at the end of the show, Pooba was like, yo, get on. He said, rip it. So I told Pete Rock, I said, yo, what you got back there? He threw the Nas record on, Made You Look.
Mm-hmm.
And when he threw that instrumental on,
shouts to Salam Remy too on that beat. That's me.
No doubt.
Yes, sir. So when he threw the beat on, yo, I did one rhyme. I lie to you not. And I brought the building down. Peter Guns jumped on the stage because that's like my brother, and I had already told him I was done. He jumped on stage and he was like, nah, D, you can't stop. Yo, the crowd was going crazy. I did one verse off that Made You Look joint, and they went crazy. They went ham. So Peter Guns said, yo, D, man, you can't stop, man. You got to keep going. So I bumped into Mo like for the first time. I was seeing him places, but I had never really asked him about no production. So right after that event, I bumped into Mo like maybe a week or two after that. So we saw each other in the club, and then we bumped heads outside of the club, but we would always bump heads with each other. So another night we bumped heads. I said to him, I was like, yo, Mo, man, you know, it was an honor to meet you, bro. You know, I told him who I was and all that. And we got to talking. Yo, me and him talked for like 3 hours, 4 hours one night. He said, yo, get my truck. So we got inside his truck.
Hey, Hop, what's that street that down there in the village that Cafe was on and the piece up the block?
Oh yeah, that's that would be
Thompson?
Bleecker.
No.
That's Thompson.
McDougal.
McDougal?
Where Bleecker Bar Records is at, yeah.
We was parked, and you can't even park there no more. We was parked in the truck sitting there for hours talking right across the street from like on a slant across from Cafe Wa.
Where the Groove is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he played about 50 tracks for me.
Fire.
Yo, every track was a banger. Every track, all 50 of them. But he had this one track. And I said to him, I said, yo, I need that. The only way I'm willing to stay in this game is if you give me that track. So we lost bases for a while. Then we see each other. I'm like, yo, Mo, big bro, I need that. Then we lost touch for maybe like a year, maybe even over a year. Then after that, every time I seen his name on something, I was popping up there. And I'm like, yo, bro, I need that track. Every event that I saw his name or I knew he was going to be at, I went. And sure enough, me and him would bump heads. And I'm like, yo, bro, I need that. He was like, yo, I can't find it. I'm like, please, whatever you need, whatever you want, I need that. So finally, like a year later, I bumped heads with him again. So he said to me, he said, D, let me ask you a question. Why do you want that record?
That beat.
He said, why do you want that beat so bad? And I said, yo, because that joint right there, that's going to be the joint to bring me back as a solo artist. And he said, all right. And then we talked on the phone. Then I think maybe like a couple weeks later, he hit me and he said, yo, what's your email? And I gave him the email and he sent me the joint. Hey, yo, when I got the joint, right, I was so happy. I told Rakim, because I went with Ra, he had a show and I had went with him. I said, yo, Mo B sent me that joint that I finally want. So I did the record. I went and got my man Skank's Rap Martyr, Poison Pen, and my man LG. and I brought the record back to him.
Yeah, shouts to what's his name? Endemic Emerald.
Yeah, Endemic. So we went to Endemic crib, did the record, and I brought the record back to him. So when I brought the record back to him, I'm looking at his face when he listening to it. And he had no complaints with the record. So I said, yeah, got one. So finally he came to the crib. I brought him out to Endemic crib. He came out there, he mixed it down, did everything, the 2-track and everything. And we threw that record out, man. And that record was a blessing, man. Like that's that I Rep NY record, man. It introduced Big D as a solo artist, man.
Nice.
And it kind of snowballed, dominoed, whatever you want to call it, tumbleweeded into this.
This Is My Life. Now, I was going to ask because the first joint, like the whole album is New York. Like it just sound like New York. It feel like New York. You know, MCs coming with bars and Easy Mo B's on the track. And it's like, I really appreciate that, you know, you're exactly who you're supposed to be, Big D. You know what I mean? So, you know, just talk about the approach on the record. This Is My Life. Give people understanding of, you know, your approach on it conceptually and how, you know, your attack wise.
What I did basically when I first started, because it's a double album, so what I did on album 1, Mo was busy doing other things. So album 1, I recorded. Mo wasn't really around, so I went and I said, you know what? I'm gonna show love to the forefathers before me, who never really got a chance to rock. So what I did was I always admired that record that Mo B did, Flavor in Your Ear, the original and the remix. So I said, what I'm going to do is, being that I already did the I Rep NY single, I'm going to do the remix, and I'm going to go snatch up all the forefathers and bring them in and put them on Moby track and take this shit to the next level. So I called Kaz on the phone, Grandmaster Kaz. He came through. I called Peter Guns on the come in. He came through. I called my bro Tito from Fearless 4. He came out. I called Percy P. He came out. My man Mike Hands came and sung on the hook on it. My man Almighty Raph, he came and jumped on it. And I put everybody on the I Rep NY remix, man. And then after that, man, it was just like, okay, well, let me just go now. I went and grabbed Royal Flush. I went and grabbed Neat the Exotic. You know, I went and grabbed Immortal Technique. And we just started working. So then when Mo finally came in and we started the second album, because he was there all throughout album 2. And in the process of us working on album 2, I started recording two other albums. So now I'm recording 3 albums at one time. So Mo was like, yo, how many songs is going on here? So I said, nah, everything ain't going on. This Is My Life. I said, I'm gonna start another album, Feel My Pain album.
Nice.
And then I also started another album called Loyalty Over Everything. So I was doing so many songs. I'm talking about we'd be in the studio from 4 p.m. to about 5 a.m. in the morning and just banging out joints. Like,
so how many total would you say you did? You did just enough for those 3 projects or 2 projects, the double album in the third? I mean,
well, we had the double album. The double album had 20 songs on it. Then right now I got about 7 songs for the Feel My Pain album. Really, I had a whole album done for Feel My Pain, but I scratched half of that, just like I scratched half for the This Is My Life album and redid a lot of songs.
Yeah, so you just working.
Yeah, and I got some songs left over too for the Loyalty Over Everything album.
Wow, that's crazy, bro. Because so how long would you say it took you to complete?
Well, me and Mo basically worked on just the double album. It took us like 7 years to get that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Because I know
Because mind you, when we started working on that, everything wasn't really in order. Like I was originally going to shop the album to see if I could get a deal. But then my wife was like, "Yo, listen,
Mhm.
why sign to somebody else when you could be your own boss?"
Wisdom.
So I took the money I had and I dumped it into my label. I went and did all the paperwork, registered the company and
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
When they got the lawyers, made sure everything was good, got the tax ID number and everything else that fall in line.
Mm-hmm.
And once that was correct, I told Mo, listen, man, we're gonna do this on my own label, man.
Nice.
And we, and
Yeah.
we dropped it on my own label, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
So, like the world we live in right now is very conducive to that. Being able to put out your own stuff, control your destiny. You know, technology the way it is kind of just makes everything just more accessible. You know,
Right.
how has that helped your movement, D? Like just being able to access. I know we share the same, video guy content. Somebody grab our content and being able to take your content, put it out, have an audience on social. How has that helped you?
I mean, it helped a lot, man, because and one thing about being a label is I got to do a lot. I got to see a lot of things and be able to do a lot of things. Like a lot of underground rappers today, they don't know the bigger picture. And I learned and I figured out the bigger picture being a label. You know, a lot of people got labels, but you don't see them everywhere. So what I had to do, wifey, I made her my manager. She made me really dig inside the books, you know what I mean? And then what we did was we was like, yo, listen, we're gonna do everything the major labels is doing. We getting in the stores that the major labels is in. So that's what we did, and we ended up in Best Buy, Walmart, FYE,
Nice.
TireRecords.com,
Mhm.
all the
Mo-
big chain stores we ended up
mhm.
in, man.
And you pressed up wax.
Yeah.
Now, see that's something. That's where I come in. I definitely like suggested that to him. You know,
Mm-hmm.
as y'all can see, turntables mixed in the background. I'm still a very heavy vinyl dude,
Mhm.
and I told him to make sure that format was there.
Mhm.
You know, vinyl has never ever actually went away,
Mhm.
but there's a specific rise and boom
Mhm.
in sales all over again
Mhm.
for vinyl. There's
Yeah.
this excitement.
Mhm.
You know, I was taking 45s into the club as far back as 2004,
Mhm.
2007. I remember gigs and people was laughing at me.
Mhm.
Now I see everybody's 45 crazy. The Twitch that I do on Saturday nights, whenever I spin,
Mhm.
it's all vinyl.
Hmm.
And I'm continually pushing that because the format is not dead, it's still alive. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
That's
So
that's that's important for DJs.
yeah, that speaks to authenticity, right?
Right.
And
That's where we come from.
authenticity. I want you to elaborate, both of you, Mo,
Mhm.
authenticity, how important that is to the culture and keeping the culture alive.
Well, in addition to the authenticity, this right here, this right here, this right here, this is this is tangible product. See that?
Mhm.
You can
You can
touch
touch
it,
it,
you
you can
can
touch it,
feel it.
feel it, collect it.
I can walk up to you and give it to you like I want you to have this. I can sign it for you. years later, you can have it. It's physical, tangible product. I'm not against the digital because the digital format is important too, but I still think that in addition to the new technological advancement, vinyl should still be there. It should still be around. It's just authentic to the culture and where we come from. You know, even with the Serato, you still have that digital platter there. You know what I mean?
And it feels good too to be able to walk up in Best Buy and see your record on the shelf, sitting next to Jay-Z, Eminem, and all of the greats like yourself and KRS-One.
And on the low, I know for a fact, like I was telling you, how as far back as 2004, 2006, and stuff like that, I was taking crates of records and 45s in the clubs, and people was laughing at me. You know, the Time Machine Sessions, the radio show that I do, dating all the way back to 2017. Even then, I'm still holding on to it. This vinyl thing. I'm gonna say it right here. I don't get my credit.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna single you out so people can see you, and I'm not going nowhere. I'm right here. Just go ahead. Say what you.
Yeah, I don't really get the credit. And I moved since then. Now I moved to out to LA, but in New York, all of those years in the single digit 2000s, when we moved into the 2010s, now we're in the 2020, as far back as the early and late 2000s when I was still pushing that vinyl thing. I don't really get the credit for it, but I feel like I had a lot to do with reviving the culture of vinyl in New York. And this is a time when people was laughing at me, making fun of me. Ha, yo, you still bringing them things. And now a lot of the same people that were saying that were doing that, they're spending all of the 45s, and you're seeing people bringing the vinyl into the clubs and everything. So I just want to say that I feel like in New York, especially before I left, I always felt like I had a lot to do with reviving the culture of vinyl. And so when it was time to do this album here, it was important to me. I pointed that out to him. I said, yo, make sure you press up some vinyl too. Even if it's a limited edition amount of it, make sure you have that vinyl in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Smart move.
And it feels good because we just sold out all around the world in Best Buy, FYE stores, TireRecords.com, and they only got limited edition limited albums left in Walmart, and you can only get those online.
Nice, like that. So outside of the vinyl aspect of it, this is my life, the authenticity of it. D, talk about that.
Basically the title, man, This Is My Life. I gave him that title because on the double album, I basically gave the world my life. Like, it's nothing that I held back from. Like, I got a song on the album called Reach Out. And I talk about, you know, when I went to prison, you know, the shit that happened should have never really happened. You know what I mean? It happened, but I didn't want to go too much on it, but just let the people know, like, yo, listen, man, it happened, but it wasn't planned on happening. You know what I mean? Like, but shit happens,
but,
man.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
I could imagine it was a growing experience for you. Like it was a process for yourself going through the system, having to deal with that, lessons learned, you know, introspective, like it forces you to look inside yourself. I would assume, you know, you could tell me better.
Oh, hell yeah, man, because I laid up 12 years, 8 months, man. So, you know, it was real for me, man, you know, being a young dude, man, and that during that time made me stronger, man. And it made me much more wiser. to the point now I've been home going on 17 years without going back up north.
Oh, yeah.
So you know what I did with that, I just gave the people my life. I got another song I did that Moby produced called I Miss You. That was for my moms and pops that passed away. And that's the most painful song on the whole double album that I ever had to write in my life, man.
I can imagine you lose your mother and your father, bro. That's deep.
Yeah, I was locked up when they passed. So, you know, I was like, yo, I want to dedicate a song just for them, man, you know. And I basically was talking to them through the song. You know what I mean? And I brought my man Peter Wayne in there. He sung on the record. He bodied it.
Say one more time. Who was that?
Peter Wayne.
Peter Wayne.
Yes, sir. Then we got another song on the album called I Rep NY. That's basically, that song was basically about, you know what I mean, letting them know, listen, I rep New York for real, for real. I was playing in them streets for real, for real. You know what I mean? Then we had another song like called The Heist. That was basically about running up in spots, sticking them, just letting them know my life, like what I was doing. So I bet the album is definitely real, man. It comes from within me, the life that I live. You know what I mean? What I've been through.
Frankenstein Mafia.
That's me and my cousin Cool Keith. Yeah, that's another joint where you know, basically that record, I was just talking my talk, letting niggas know, man, I'm out here, man, and I'm playing for real, man. I mean, I was just on my shit, feeling cocky.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was just like, listen, man, I am the king of New York, man.
Wow. Nah, man. So, like, a powerful project, and you know, this is your life. This is my life. Moby.
Yeah.
Now, man, first time I got introduced to you might have been like maybe was it MTV or something like that, as a member of Rapping is Fundamental.
Wow, was that where it was?
I saw y'all on TV, so I don't know where, but I saw y'all on TV, and I was amazed. It might have been a morning show, actually. It might have been a New York morning show. But just the mixture of emceeing and kind of like the doo-wop kind of feel to it, like, was just the most original thing in hip hop going on at that time. Like the way y'all did, like how did y'all come about with Rapping is Fundamental? How'd that happen? How'd that come together?
Well, first of all, shouts to AB Money and JR.
Yeah.
And I have to shout AB Money out. Gotta plug that.
Yes.
Just this past Saturday, July 31st, his new single dropped, produced by IZM. It's called True. It's called True, featuring Steve Rocks, available on all digital platforms. You could go and you can get that. AB Money of Riff, solo. He's working on an album, Gumbo. Still doing his thing. But it was AB that really, as far as I'm concerned, was the nucleus to Rapping is Fundamental. He went to Sarah J. Hale High School in Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn. You know where Sarah J. Hale is. He used to go to school at Sarah J. with Big Daddy Kane. Yeah, they used to go to the same school. And
legend shit, man.
And me, him, and JR, we had just first started like coming together and being around each other because we're from LG, Lafayette Gardens in Brooklyn. Wow. I lived in one of the front buildings, and AB and JR, they was from the back. So originally, all I was supposed to be was a DJ and producer. But AB is like, yo, I got this idea, man. It's called a doo-hop. Like, what are you talking about? He said, yeah. He said, yeah, boo, I got an idea for something want us to do is called the doo hop.
Mm-hmm.
That's mixing doo wop with hip hop. I'm like, okay. I done already told them all I want to be.
It's DJ.
DJ and the
They got
producer.
it. Yeah, they got me.
I wasn't even rapping at the time.
Right.
Just a DJ, just a producer. So he said, yo, I know you're doing the beats, you are a DJ, but I want you to join the group. And I remember this specifically. He said, so we can have that 3-part harmony.
Yeah.
Anybody that sang in a group or harmonized, you understand that.
The 3-part harmony.
The more number of people that you have, the greater your harmony is.
Mm-hmm.
And the more number of notes you have. So it's like, okay. I started off, just helping out with the harmonies. We were singing the 3-part harmony, the doo-wop, to the beats. Then he said, yo, boo, this'll really make it all complete. What if all 3 of us rapped and all 3 of us sang? I'm like, oh, come on, man. I said, yo, I ain't signed up for all of this.
Good one, man. It's extra.
Next thing I know, he got me rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's AB, JR, and IZM B. Rapping is fundamental, which also he named the group. That was his idea. Mm-hmm. A play on, the old reading is fundamental.
Reading is fundamental. Rap is fundamental.
I got a dope idea for the name of the group.
See, at this point in my life, I'm a school teacher. I'm teaching 6th, 7th, and 8th grade at this point, right? So it was like, yo, I can use this, bring this in for the, the students in the. Anyway, go ahead.
That's so crazy that he came up with that name. It was catchy and everything. I'm like, all right. So let me tell you a little bit about my first rhyme that I wrote. This is after he done, coerced me into rapping from just being a DJ and a producer. So one night it was summertime in LG. And this particular night out in the projects, they was just going crazy. Like they were shooting out there. I heard like people throwing bottles, and it sounded like the 40-ounce bottles too. Like it was just crazy. Like it seemed like chaos was going on out there in the projects. And so I took it upon myself because he had just said, yo, I want you to be the third wheel of a rapper in the group. So I took that opportunity from all the chaos and the craziness I heard going on outside in the projects. Mm-hmm. I sat down, got me a little pen and paper, and that's how I wrote my first rhyme. Mm-hmm. And that first rhyme, it ended up, I didn't use all of it. I used a piece of the verse. You hear some of it on one of the songs on the Rapping is Fundamental album, but that's where the rap started for me. And that right there was somewhere like around 87. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like around 87. Mm-hmm. And then shouts to our manager back then, Sudan. We got with him. He started shaking and moving. Brought us out here. I could say here because that's where I'm at now in LA. Brought us out here. Got us signed to A&M Records. And then when you saw us on that morning TV show, mm-hmm. that was after we got that A&M deal. Ah. Okay. Mm-hmm. We got Big Daddy Kane to be on one of our songs. He didn't rap, but he just did like an outro. Mm-hmm. He was doo-wopping under him. Then after that, the next opportunity that we had was when I went to go produce Miles Davis' very last album. Okay, so when I produced Miles Davis' album, remember AB had said, yo, I got this idea, doo-hop. And that's doo-wop mixed with hip-hop. Okay, so when I worked with Miles, I took the idea of what AB said, and I said, doo-hop mixed with bebop. It's crazy. And that's how I created the title for doo-hop on the Miles Davis album. Because Miles gave me total control. We would record a song, and afterwards I'd be like, yo, what we titling this? And I remember it clearly. He was cursing and everything. He said, I don't give a shit. Name it whatever you want. And he did the same for the album. So the doo-bop actually is something that came from Rapping is Fundamental, and the term that AB coined for what we did, doo-wop mixed with hip-hop.
Hip-hop,
Took it a step further, doo-bop. But long story short, that's what I'm trying to get to. The second opportunity we had was when I was recording the Miles Davis album. We did this song, the doo-bop song. And I'm working with Miles, and I had the idea. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Bring your group in on this. So that's how we ended up on the doo-bop song. Okay, but after that, one more other major opportunity.
But I just want to, but I just want to. Easy Mo B is a super real dude. Like you just a real motherfucker, man.
I hope you don't mind me telling these stories, and I'm trying to get them out quick because
okay. I'm sorry.
We can't get too far off from Big D.
All right, no doubt. All right,
but it's all part of the journey. Okay, so the second grand opportunity for Rapping is Fundamental, after Miles Davis and during the time while I was working with Biggie, I was also working with Tupac. And he invited me up in Harlem to the Polo Grounds up there, and they was taping. And he said, yo, come up to I'm shooting a movie Above the Rim, and I wanna do some stuff with you. He said, I love what you did with Biggie, that Party and Bullshit. He said, I love that. I want you to do something on mine. I've been looking for you. Come up, I'm shooting the movie. Okay, so me, AB, and JR, I told them I was going up there. They said, yo, I want to come too. They came with me. He got a break. We went in the trailer, and one of the first joints that I played them was the Temptations beat. It was just like, it was already made. You know what I mean? Like I played him that. And then I asked him, I said, you got anything you ever wanted to flip? And he said, yeah, I want some Bootsy, man. He said, what's a telephone bill? And Munchies for your love. You know, I popped to him. So those two became Straight Ballin' and the Running from the Police joint. Today we know that more commonly as just Running. The title got knocked down to Running. But when I did Temptations, again, I'm like, what are you doing? Bring your group in. And on Temptations, that's us singing the I know you've been searching for someone on the hook. And that's AB singing on the hook. So every time that I was working with people, I was trying to make sure to plug my group. You know, it's kind of similar to, and I want to note this too. I want to point this out. I think one of the most masterful people with that was the RZA and what he was doing. You know, they was all jumping on each other's albums, and anything one did, the others would come with them.
Yeah. And
so I was taking a look at stuff like that. And you know what I mean? And that's what I was doing.
Yeah. Nah, it's good. You share energy. And I was trying to interrupt you. Like, that's a beautiful thing that you do that, because I've known you for a long time. You always
and
been.
Then AB is
about
to make an appearance.
AB and JR, like all like I could pick up the phone and be like, yo, I need some advice on something throughout the years, like AB, JR, and yourself separately. Over I'm talking about almost 30 years. Because when I saw you guys on the show, I met you not too long after that. I don't know what the event was, but I met you guys, and me and JR became cool. And then I ran into AB some time later, same thing. And then you in Brooklyn on Clinton Avenue, same thing. And of course, doing the record, like it's always love, always peace. So even when Big D talks about seeing you over the years, like, yo, I need that joint, I need that joint, I need that joint, and you being approachable is like, it's just a testament to who you are, bro. I appreciate you greatly.
And I believe that, because from what Big D told me, because he had been talking back and forth with AB also too. I believe AB is getting ready to play a part in this next Big D and Easy Mo B, the Feel My Pain album. I think he gonna. Is that
Oh,
right?
he did the record already.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That pimp joint that you did.
So just like we had sung on the Miles Davis record, after all this time, AB Money's still doing his thing, still kicking that doo-hop sound.
Yeah, that's hot. That's like you said when we started the interview. You said, just how we've been at this for so long, and we're still doing stuff, still being creative, and this whole it's this conversation, the young versus the old, and how old you got to be to do X, Y, Z, and this is for the young people. Stop doing. I'm like, I'm not with that. Artist is an artist, and we supposed to do what we do, which is be artists. So yeah,
no, it's for as long as you still got it in you, man.
Yeah. Yo, Big D, you got like mad videos out too, bro.
Yeah, we got 2 new videos that's on the new album that's about to drop in September. We got the Everywhere single, and then we just shot the Boss Move single and put that out. So they doing real good. We shot some in Vegas and some in New York. And,
Wow.
we constantly working, man. I got a lot of hungry MCs with me right now. What I'm doing, man, I am the new Big Meech of the rap game, man, because I say that because I'm the only one in hip hop that's bringing rappers from different boroughs, different states, and everybody is under one team, one umbrella, and we moving as a unit. Like, you know what I mean? I got dudes from LA, dudes from Vegas, Detroit, Chicago. I got dudes from Denver. I got dudes from Miami, dudes from North Carolina. Like, I got different rappers from every different state that's moving with the team right now.
You want to shout some of those people out?
Yeah, I want to shout out my bro Innocent, my bro Hafalito. You know what I mean? Good Time Slim, Sway Sever, Money Bags, Radar Black. My man PH. Man.
Skanks.
My man Donabella, DB. It's a whole lot, man. We'll be sitting here for hours.
Yeah, I heard some very familiar names. Innocent, Swave, a few others. I know you said you got Mike Hands on the project. That's my brother right there.
Yeah. Like I keep the team, man. Everybody in my team was handpicked, man.
Yeah. And I guess at some point we'll get that Hakeem Green joint going on, maybe.
Oh yeah, we definitely got to get you on the joint before we
possibly.
Close it out.
Yeah, yes sir.
I gotta salute my man also on the album. Smoother Hustlers on the new album.
Wow.
Yeah, I got Illa G on the new album.
Illa G, damn.
I got our Killer MC from Jurassic 5 on the new album.
Wow.
Roy Flush is on the new album. Man, like I'm not leaving no rock unturned, man.
I see.
So Hawk, you asked the question earlier about the authenticity of the album. You was talking about the first album, and we carrying the same formula onto this next album, Feel My Pain. But for the most part, anybody that can get a hold of the album and listen to it, I'm not gonna say use the actual term boom bap. I'm gonna just say it's hip hop as you always knew it. That's just how we try to keep it. Authentic hip hop. For me, you got the kicks and the snares, the samples, chopping, and all that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that familiar
you can
shit.
say boom, you could say boom bap, but
Yeah.
for that matter, moreover than that, it's just hip hop as you always knew it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about as authentic as it can get.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, listen, gentlemen, like I really appreciate y'all taking this time and sit with me. You know, I mean, sharing some time with Madism TV. You know,
And we appreciate you for opening up your platform. Um, something
it's
that artists don't think is important after you make the record, then it's time to promote.
Mhm.
And it's a job.
Mhm.
And you open up your platform, even though we're gonna look beyond the fact that we all known each
Yeah,
other for
we
years.
family. Hmm.
Your platform is a place like a pedestal for us to put this up and talk about what we're doing, what we got coming. And we thank you for that. The fact that you open your platform to us.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
without a
Look where
doubt.
I'm at now, huh? You know, I'm a businessman now. I own 8 businesses now, man. You know, I got 3 clothing lines. I got a sneaker line.
Hmm.
I got a shoe line. I got my own champagne get ready to come out soon.
Nice, nice.
I'm also part owner of Levi Clothing now.
Mhm.
I brought stock in Levi Clothing. You
Nice.
know what I mean? So my wife, she owned about 8 businesses. She got her own car dealership. She got her own lipstick line, lip gloss line with alcohol, chapstick line for men with alcohol. She got her own financial company. She own her own management company. Know what I mean? Like she got a lot, man. You know, and we
Nice.
both business people now, man. So,
Mhm.
you know, I ain't the same knucklehead I once was now, man. You know, I'm on a different level, man. And thanks to Moby and my wife, they the reason why I'm at where I'm at to where I'm at right
Yeah,
now.
that's right. Yeah. Yo, salute to you, Big D. I appreciate you coming on here, fam. And you know,
Thank you for having me, bro.
Madism TV is your home, and you already know Easy Mo B. Madism TV is your home, bro. You know,
Oh,
so
we
we.
ain't finished though. We got a lot of joints coming, man. We got
Oh
about
yeah.
10 albums, man, in the works, man. And every album is gonna be greater and greater. And the next few albums, it'll probably just be all Moby on production. The double album, I gotta thank Just Blaze. He produced the joint on the double album.
Mm.
Static Selector,
Mm-hmm.
my cousin Cool Keith, Capital, and Mo on the new album. SNS produced the joint. Stan the Man produced the joint. Capital. Premier's doing a joint. Evil D did a joint, and Mo B doing the rest.
Damn, you got nothing but legends in the goddamn Big D. I'm saying, bro. You got the game is in the headlock, D, or what?
Hey man, listen, man. I had a talk with Master P one time when I was in LA, man, and all the knowledge he gave me, I came back to the East Coast, man, and it was no looking back, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you surrounded by a lot of greatness, so you know, and you're great yourself. So I expect nothing but the best coming from you and your camp, son. And
Oh yeah,
I'm looking forward to recording with you ASAP.
we also got a Big D and Easy Mo B sneaker line gonna be dropping soon. You know what I mean? Like,
Diversification is important, ladies and gentlemen. Take notes.
yes, we got the Big D and Easy Mo B sneaker coming soon, and that's on my sneaker line. Then we about to sit down with Adidas in a minute. That's in the works right now. So Mo got
Nice,
some things coming too. You know what I mean?
nice,
We got a
nice.
few projects coming, and we ain't gonna stop, man. We just going to keep hitting them and keep hitting them, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. But let people know how to follow up, D.
They can find me on Facebook, D Williams, or find me on Instagram at Big D underscore CEO underscore BGF ENT, or they can find me on Twitter at the real Big D132. I'm on YouTube, Big D BGF Entertainment. I ain't hard to find, man. Or they can just Google me, man, Big D, and it all comes up.
Now, Easy Mo B. Before you give shout outs, I wanted to give a shout out to the crates in the back.
Oh, in
big
this
shout
spot
out to the crates.
Nah, in this spot that I'm in right now, that's boxes you see in the back.
Oh, that's
I didn't get
boxes?
I didn't get my shelf situation set up yet, but I still haven't let it stop me from playing.
Nah, that's for real. That's for real.
You haven't even seen the other record room. I got like another room over there that's just full of boxes.
Wow. I want to see a picture or something or video or something that you stand in, but it's like outside the room, but just a glimpse of what you could see was overwhelming. It wasn't even the whole room. It was like just what you could see from the door. And it was like, God damn, he got joints. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
those are my tools.
Yeah. So let the folks know where they need to check for you at, because I know you got the thing going on Twitch, and you steady giving people the jewels on the 1 and 2. So let people know what it is.
I'm most active on the Instagram. That's at EASYMOBEE. On Facebook, I think we all went through it. A lot of us went through it. They made me change to my government. So on there, that's Austin Harvey Jr. The Twitter is at EASY underscore MO underscore BEE. All right. And like you said,
Twitch.
For the Twitch, Friday and Saturday nights, I call it TMS Weekend. That's my alter ego where I spend my disco, rare groove in my house. Check me out on Twitch. Midnight EST until run up to the sun up, I call it, because I spend like a minimum of like 6 hours.
He goes in, ladies and gentlemen. I've sat in that time machine myself, and it's a wonderful experience. He's gonna take you back. You're gonna hear some rare grooves you ain't heard in a while. You're gonna hear some shit you've never heard in your life. But it's a fantastic experience.
And then you get to see the rest of the spectrum of Easy Mo B, because musically I appreciate it all. All of it is me.
Yes, sir. So that's Big D and Easy Mo B, ladies and gentlemen. This is my life. Y'all need to check for that project. And the name of the other project coming?
Feel My Pain. It drops in September. We got the new single dropping, the Everywhere remix coming in like 2-3 weeks. You know what I mean? And I want people to look out for the new sneaker line. The new Diavelli's about to drop. That's the name of my sneakers, Diavelli's.
Champagne.
Yeah, I got the champagne coming in a hot second.
That's right.
I'm working, man. And I'm basically I'm doing it. I want to see all my peoples eat, man. Like God bless me, my family, mowing us. So now I'm reaching out to the young dudes that's rolling with me, and I'm trying to teach them what it is to be owners and have houses, businesses, and I want to see everybody eat, man. It ain't about just me and Mo B eating. I'm trying to help everybody eat, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So listen, man, once again, I appreciate you for hopping on. I want you to feel my pain through my back out. That's why I'm rocking back and forth in this chair.
Oh, man. Bless you, man.
Went to Cairo today, and they couldn't see me because of the COVID outbreak. They had to shut it down, so I couldn't get no treatments. I'm on heavy Tylenol right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm going to get it together. I'm medicating, about to roll some weed, get my life right.
This off the record later, we're going to talk. Just remember MSM.
MSM. Oh, yeah, I know all about it. Yeah, I take that too.
Yeah. We'll talk.
Yeah, it's a supplement king right here. Yo, this is Hakeem Green, channel live and direct, BDP all day, every day. All we do is spark Madism. Big D, Easy Mo B, legends in the building. Respect everybody that sat in with us. Bronx, New York, Larkin, Attica, JT, Melissa, Derek, everybody, CB, Dave, Mobley, what's going on? CB said, the God Rakim Allah, Brian Malone, everybody that sat in with us. Respect. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Salute.